All right, we're back. We're going to do a little recap, and then I'm going to outline my goals for tonight. Let's let some people come into the stream. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Still nobody. All right. Well, I can't leave the future viewers of this show waiting in suspense. So I'm going to get right into it. Let's check out what we got going on here. Okay. So we got this cabinet. This is the cabinet, a special edition one that comes with the Marshall SV20. The Studio Vintage Plexi. So stock, this is a 16 ohm V-type, which is okay, but if you want a higher powered greenback, the GB128 by Eminence is really good. So I got an 8 ohm GB128, putting that in there because I got another wire assembly kit. The speaker wire and the jack, I got another one of those today in the mail. And then in this cab, I have an Eminent, oh shit, nope, that's the wrong cab. In this cab, I have an Eminence Victoria 8 ohm. So the Victoria amp company that makes Fender clones. Yeah, so I've got a good high-powered greenback and a good Fender ceramic speaker. We're going to get into those speakers later on. One thing I did a moment ago was these small condenser. They have a cardioid and an Omni attachment on the front. I was using the cardioid pointed at this Bogner cab with a 16 ohm classic lead 80 in it by Celestion. I just switched it without changing the position of the microphone or the cab to the Omni. The Omni is going to be more forgiving. It's going to give a better sound in different positions because it's not just pointed at one area. It's picking up more sound. So the direction and the positioning of the mics isn't as much of a deal with the Omni. So we're going to do another take of the higher gain offerings. I did 2 Thin Lizzy songs and a Motley Crue riff. I'm going to do the same with the Omni. And then we're going to start speaker swapping and listening to different combinations. Before we speaker swap and listen to different combinations, we're going to go Shure SM57 combo with Sennheiser 421. Okay, so we're going to listen to those small condensers with the Omni attachment on front, and then we're going to listen to the combination of SM57 and Sennheiser 421. So what I'm talking about now is just preparation for a few more videos that are going to come out tonight of higher gain settings on the YDNA Aqueous, which is a gutted Fender Princeton reissue going into a Bogner Cube with a Celestion Classic Lead 80 speaker. So we're going to take some different videos tonight, use some different microphones. First things first, omnidirectional attachment on the front of these instead of cardio that you heard yesterday. And then we're going to start using SM57, Sennheiser 421. Make a couple videos with that. And then we're going to do it all over again with a different cab and a different speaker pairing. We're going to go, instead of British clarity chime articulation, we're going to go more vintage. We're going to go more greenback, more color, less articulation, more color. And then we're going to go Fender. And we're going to do the Victoria speaker. And that's a whole other thing. Maybe with the Victoria speaker, we will do some spring reverb and try to do some different songs, other riffs and songs than the ones we've been playing so far. Maybe we'll try to do some surfy stuff with the Fender ceramic speaker. I think with this GB128 in the Marshall cab here, we're going to do the same riffs that we've been doing through the Classic Lead 80. We'll just have less articulation, we'll have more color, we'll have more mojo, right? And it will be different. So yeah, coming soon, different speakers, different cabs, different microphones. Okay, 421, 57. What I'm kind of seeing is that the 421, 57, it's probably better for higher gain, and that the small condenser microphones are really good for everything but high gain. It's like acoustic guitar, clean electric guitar, mid gain, edge of breakup electric guitar. Small condenser microphones are dope. And we will test this in a moment. Maybe with that omnidirectional attachment up front, the capsule, maybe it will do a better job of capturing the high gain electric guitar. Last night we heard the video I put out. I think it sounds good in a mix. That's probably what you want. On its own, you want some more bass, right? It might have sounded, not full-bodied enough to stand on its own. But the sounds that you hear on its own, they're not going to translate well when you mix in bass and drums. You want guitar to be mid-rangey, trebly. So this whole thing of naked guitar tracks is a weird deal. There's no other way around it. It's just what would work in the mix is not going to work in one of these videos. So it's kind of a particular subject. Okay, moving on. Earlier today, you saw Voyageur and YDNA. They put on a good show. I knew that their paths would cross at some point because their messages are very similar. It was a good show, and I hope there's more to come from that relationship. Another thing that hasn't been brought up yet, but I think probably ATEC 9020 will make a video about it. Marla amps from North Carolina. Marla amps. It's the brand du jour of reverb.com. It is the brand du jour of many news outlet, whether it be local in the town that it operates out of or national. This guy's getting all sorts of attention. His YouTube channel has less than 700 followers. But if you go on Reverb, it looks like he's taken on Fender, or he's a big shot company. Look, there's things that we like. There's things that this gang likes about Marla, all right? And that is that he says, to hell with PCB. He says, funk Fender. He keeps it clean. He says, funk, F-U-N-K Fender, all right? So he's trying to buck the system a little bit. He's trying to say, look, you can buy from a sole proprietor, get a better product. Don't buy the PCB. Okay. Our ears are perking up. Now, what doesn't make sense about Marla is that the whole thing seems to be astroturfed. If you don't know what that means, it means this isn't an organic happening. I wonder if possibly, what's his name, Henry Kaiser is still alive. Maybe Henry Kaiser is 80 years old and he's still alive, and he's trying to do some philanthropy and throw money at little companies he sees in the guitar marketplace. It's something like that. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe reverb.com. Maybe they've decided, hey, this guy's the guy. He's trying to make amplifiers. That's cool. He's a nice guy. That's cool. It's named after his dog. That's cool. Not offensive. Okay. He's got a Hispanic last name. That's cool. Maybe they're sizing him up. It's like, ooh, this guy's a candidate for our charitable push program to get his name out there, and I'm not sure. But one man making amps by hand, turret board, that's a tough business model unless you're selling for a lot more than he is. So, like I said, I'm not trying to bump heads with Marla. Not at all. I like a lot of the messaging. What I'm wondering is, how do you get all this push, man? Where's that coming from? Because there's a lot of little sole proprietors, and they don't get the spotlight that this company does. So there's something odd going on. I wish we had Nancy Drew on his case or something. Maybe we can get more answers. So yeah, Marla being astroturfed. Let's see what else is going on. That's about it for now. I'm going to work on these videos. I'm going to show you the Omni mics, and then I'm also going to show you the 57 and 421. Check it out, guys. Please like and sub. I'm keeping it real. basically all of the other guitar channels are not keeping it real. But yeah, like and sub to this, join the giveaway, like and sub to all the gang. When you look at the description of the video, I got a bunch of channels there. Like and sub to those guys too. Voyageur, Andy Lederman, ATEC 9020. Check those guys out. All right. Peace.